Hello everyone and welcome to this Dota 2 cast brought to you by yours truly, Don Horatio. This is a match from the GEST challenge between Orange Esports and Invasion. MUFC Armageddon apparently is now their full title. So basically, I guess the short name for them is MUFC, but it's basically Winter's team, formerly of Orange, interestingly enough. But he's managed to get himself sponsored by Armageddon by winning the Armageddon LAN, and Invasion sponsoring the new MUFC squad that Winter is now heading up. And yeah, it's been a pretty strong team. This, in some ways, has been around for about a month now, I guess. Been called Team ABC for a while, and they've won 2 tournaments. I know they won the Armageddon LAN and one other one I can't remember off the top of my head. But they've been doing quite well recently, and Winter, basically, by winning those 2 tournaments, has earned himself a spot on MUFC and basically is allowed to make the team as he wants. But they are going up against one of the traditional beasts in Southeast Asian Dota in Orange Esports, obviously headed up by Mushi, and picking up some strong heroes from the former MUFC, such as Ohio and Net, along with old Orange stalwarts in Extinct and KYXY. So, sure to be a good game here. Mushi versus Winter. Then this matchup has happened a ton. These two teams just seem to face each other in every single Southeastern Asian event. So it should be a good one. But let's get into picks and bans. First ban is Lone Druid from MUFC. If you watch a lot of European Dota, this may seem a bit surprising to you, but right now in China, Lone Druid's regarded as a absolutely huge threat and one of the strongest heroes in the metagame right now. So no surprise to see him banned, quite honestly. But that will leave some other high priority heroes left. But Nyx and Darkseer will not be in the pool, one being banned by each team. So no terrible surprise there. We'll be waiting on the final ban by Orange, and then we'll have to see what Winter has up his sleeves and what he wants to go for with that first pick. Would not be too terribly surprised to see Batrider as that first pickup if it is available. Winter's played Batrider decently well in the past, but he's actually the support player for this MUFC team now, so maybe that won't be it. But Batrider's banned, so let's not even worry about that. But let's see what they have in mind now. And yeah, a lot of strong heroes are kind of gone. Keeper of the Light still on the table, very strong hero for sure, one of the very strongest supports in the game, versatile and everything. But there are a lot of other options as well, so would not be terribly surprised to see Keeper of the Light or not. Let's see, who else is there left? You almost never see a Southeast Asians pick Wisp, so we won't see that, even though could be a first pick in other leagues in Europe and North America, but not here. I'm actually going to tweak my audio up a bit, it's pretty quiet.
Turn to pick.
There we go, and the first pick will be Magnus, so no surprise there. And yeah, so mid, I'm trying to remember who the mid player is. I actually don't remember on this MUFC squad, but Orange will not take any time to pick up the Lifestealer and the Shadow Demon, who is one of the strongest counters to Lifestealer. And I mean, you have to think aggressive tri-lane with this. And I kind of saw the lineups before the game already, so I know this will be aggressive. It's one of the reasons I picked this game. I kind of want to look at the aggressive tri-laning of this Orange team in more depth after this, just for my own purposes, so I can better play the game and better play with my team for team matchmaking. So hopefully show them what an offensive tri-lane should truly look like. And Orange certainly capable of running that Mushi and Lifestealer should be an absolutely terrifying concept. And either Extinct or Net can handle the Shadow Demon for sure. MUFC will respond by going for the Faceless Void and the Rubik. And Faceless Void, Chronosphere is obviously a very good initiation. This team fights can be pretty absurd. I mean, Rubik can steal whatever good team fight spells Orange can get on the table, and Chronosphere RP can be a pretty darn good combo, using one instead of the other, and vice versa. So yeah, if you get the Chronosphere to lead in, do a bunch of damage, take out that main hero, and then Magnus jump right in with a Blink RP. After that Chronosphere, it's ridiculously strong. Basically allows you to get dual massive lockdown for a long period of time and kill basically every hero if you handle it right. So a very dangerous team fight composition for MUFC. And yeah, the Rubik's always a strong pickup, I feel. Even without great spells to steal, Telekinesis is a great utility. Fade Bolt's a good anti-push ability. And you're almost always able to steal something. Even stealing Disruption can be useful. Stealing Demonic Purge if you can get his hands on that. Rubik Infest is kind of hilarious, or Rubik Rage, so any number of hilarious things Rubik can steal right off the bat. And the final pick will be Lina. So basically, that's an offensive tri-lane and a half right there. That's pretty much everything you want. You have the Shadow Demon to set up with the Disruption. Lina basically allows Lina to hit her stun easily, which normally is a lot harder to hit with that delay timing. But with the Disruption, that Light Striker Ray should hit almost every single time. Follow it up with Dragon Slave and Lifestealer, open wounds and damage dealing. I mean, that is a dead hero right there, easy peasy. So very good offensive tri-lane there. And we'll have to see how MFC wants to handle this, because this means their Faceless Void will have his farm contested. And so he has the Rubik in his tri-lane as well. And that's a decent supporting hero in that defensive tri lane. Like I said, Fade Bolt will help discourage enemies from moving in. Telekinesis basically helps you get heroes out of the way. But against Lifestealer, Telekinesis is not the greatest spell. I mean, no spell's great against Lifestealer due to the fact of Rage. You cannot Telekinesis or Rage Lifestealer, so it'll stay on his opponent, stay on his target, I mean, as much as he wants, really. Telekinesis will have no effect against that, so we'll have to see just how effective this lineup can be. So maybe Rubik may have to get those, get the supports out of the way. Telekinesis Lena before she can land the second stun and chain the stun with the disruption. But so we'll have to see how that's handled. But MUFC will go about banning mid heroes and off laners because that's about all Orange needs right now. So they'll ban out the Tinker. Weaver will be the ban by Orange, kind of narrowing down their own off lane options as well. But I guess they don't want to play Weaver anyway, so go ahead and ban him out. And yeah, so MUFC is still looking for most likely an off laner and a second support as well. So we'll likely see them banning mostly mids. I want to ban out the TA. What was a good hero to ban? Queen of Pain would be a good hero to ban. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of mid heroes left, and I'm trying to think who deals really well against Magnus. I mean, Queen of Pain's one of the best laners in the game, honestly. So banning her would be not too terribly surprising.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it would be a terrifying mid game if they have a Queen of Pain as well. But Enigma will be banned out, so gonna take away some team fight. And I mean, I guess yeah, you can offlane that Enigma. Not the most favored offlane hero in the game these days. I mean, he's a jungler. Not jungler all the time we see him, but I mean, Enigma's become less and less common recently. I mean, it's Black Hole. When that's the only thing you have, it's kind of finicky. Most people just go for Magnus instead for that sort of thing. It's basically a Black Hole that doesn't have to channel, and the hero has a bunch of other useful spells as well. So Enigma falling more and more out of favor. But Orange is going to ban out the TA, so limiting their own options to an extent here. But they have a game plan, and they're not really. I mean, TA is not part of it, so they're going to ban her out as well, even though that wouldn't really be something MUFC would go for here. In any respect, really. Unless you want to have that Faceless Void, try to solo in the offlane, which I guess you kind of could, but I don't know about that. Maybe TA solo offlane as well might have worked out. I guess whatever offlane, or safe lane farming hero, not safe lane farming, just safe lane hero Orange will go for with the offensive tri-lane, so yeah. That's kind of one reason Orange banned out that Weaver, I guess. It's just such a successful offlane hero as it is. You don't really want to give them MUFC a chance to have a decent farming, damage-dealing hero in that offlane running solo. Weaver's really, really good in a solo situation. And yeah, waiting for the last couple bans. MUFC going to ban out the anti-mage. I guess they just don't want to see Mushi on that. And Mushi does play. I'm trying to think. Net plays a good lifestealer, so I'm not really sure. Mushi might play a different hero in the situation. Net, that's kind of just one of his strange signature heroes, even though Net's typically a support player. So we might see Net on that lifestealer, and then maybe a different hero for Orange. And actually, Queen of Pain's still on the board for Orange if they want it. I would not be surprised if MUFC maybe. Well, they don't really have anywhere to put her unless they mag off lane. But yeah, I mean, Mushi loves his Queen of Pain. It's one of his signature heroes for sure. Even though he's playing typically the one position on this new Orange lineup as opposed to before. Now Ohio handles that mid spot, and Queen of Pain will be picked up by MUFC. So yeah, this is I guess it's going to be. I mean, Queen of Pain could solo that off lane now, and have that tri-lane on tri-lane situation. So Queen of Pain could go either place. Magnus as well could probably succeed in either lane. So yeah, maybe that Queen of Pain will go mid. Basically, it might depend a lot on what Orange goes for their mid and off lanes as far as where Magnus and Queen of Pain will head. But speaking of that, Orange should be picking up their mid or off lane hero pretty soon. Bounty Hunter still left on the board if they want to go for that. We've seen him less and less lately, though. Who else as far as off lanes? A lot of them are either banned or taken, but we will have to see here in a second. Waiting on that pick. Drink some Tang. And yeah, MUFC still looking for their last support too. And a fair amount of supports. Yeah, Leshrax there was banned out. Not a ton banned out. There's still a lot of options for MUFC. Brewmaster picked up, so there's your mid or even an offlane hero. I mean, that's once again another very what's we're looking for, versatile hero. We've been seeing him kind of make his way more and more. I mean, he's never left the metagame, for sure. Did Brewmaster, but he's become less and less popular, but kind of sneaking back into this metagame, and not even in the traditional mid role that we usually see him in. So we can see him pretty much anywhere, most likely mid, but he's also a decent solo versus solo hero. And would I be surprised to see that Brewmaster versus Magnus?
10 seconds remaining.
And MUFC might try to just match that Queen of Pain up against the Brewmaster, but
5 seconds remaining.
we'll have to see. That drunken brawler with the evade chance is pretty decent against Queen of Pain. It makes Brewmaster a pretty versatile laner with a point in that. But yeah. So the last pick for MUFC, gonna look for another support. Who else is on the board? I mean, there's you don't really see Visage that much in Southeast Asian Dota, so I'm probably not gonna see that. But
10 seconds.
do they need more
remaining.
disables? There's decent disables. Another one would be nice. Oh, okay. Well, Jakiro, disable City, and yeah, that team fight is actually pretty ridiculous for MUFC. And yeah, they're going for that. Like the AOE in this team between Shockwave, RP, Chronosphere, Fade Bolt, Screaming Pain, Sonic Wave, and then all of Jakiro's spells are AoE pretty much. So there is some ridiculous team fight here, and particularly the Chronosphere Macro Pyre combo is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Orange, they're gonna have to find some success in their tri lane to basically mitigate that team fight early on and try to get a little bit of an edge going into that mid game, or else the team fight for MUFC is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Even if that Faceless Void's off trying to farm, even without that, they still have RP, which is a fantastic team fight, followed by all of Queen of Pain spells, and that is a hell of a lot of damage. So that offense tri lane will have to be successful for Orange to really come out of this as best as they could. They do have some good AoE in return from Lina with Light Strike Array and Dragon Slave, and all but the puck that's now been drafted, Waning Rift, that just a very, very good silence, and they initiate from Dream Coil, so that's going to help out a lot in the team fights as well. And let's not forget, Brewmaster's ult is one of the best early to mid-game team fight ults in the game. I mean, it's just, you get so much tankier because it's so hard to take out all those Panda Spirits. And there's just so much utility for someone who can really handle that hero. And it's going to be KYXY, so an off-lane Brewmaster, or in this case, safe lane Brewmaster, farming solo against MUFC has not lined their heroes up quite yet. It looks like Ohio is, yeah, it's Ohio on the Lifestealer, so that's interesting. Mushi on the puck. So it's gonna be Ohio with the Lifestealer. He's usually the mid hero, but I had to imagine that Lifestealer is in the offensive tri lane. There's really no way I can see it. Net will be on the Shadow Demon, so it was a bit wrong in that Lifestealer call for him. But
10 seconds.
Mushi on the puck, very interesting hero for him to be on. Not exactly the farm dependent hero that we're used to seeing Mushi play. And outside of Armageddon, FC on the Queen of Pain, who's normally, I believe, is their offlane hero, or he might be the mid. I actually honestly don't know. I think Wang Wang is the mid player and Wang Wang is on the Magnus, but we'll have to see. Anyway, so let's get... Oh, well, during the pause, I'll go ahead and go through the lineups really quickly. Actually, I'm going to go change my camera settings because I forgot to do that before starting this. No, that's not it. Interface 0, 0. Perfect. Alright, so let's go through this team of MUFC. We have Winter, the captain and head of the team, on that Jakiro. TFG on Rubicon Trash Player, favorite name in the game on the Faceless Void. FZFZ on the Queen of Pain, and Wang Wang on the Magnus. And on the side of Orange, we have Net on the support Shadow Demon, Ohio rocking the Lifestealer, KYXY, Brewmaster, Mushi on the puck, and Lina with some crazy, crazy clothes on, played by Extinct. So, got a bit of an invasion here into the jungle, and let's see if there is a level 1 team fight here, and I think Orange's is just a bit better. And let's see if there's disruption. There won't be disruption immediately on Queen of Pain. And did she go blink first? It doesn't matter, you get locked down that hard, and she actually did have blink, but not even a chance to blink away, and very fast first blood for Orange, and that's absolutely fantastic for them. Absolutely fantastic start, especially if they're going with that offensive tri lane, and get this D ward right off the bat as well. So fantastic, and I mean, you already saw the strength of that Shadow Demon Lina combo. Disruption into Light Strike Array stun, and just getting beat on by everybody else. And that's not the start looking for. That Queen of Pain needs to do well in this game. And yeah, that first blood is a fair bit of money. And who actually got the kill? Shadow Demon. It's not exactly the best hero to get it on, but that means faster boots for him, more support items, and for someone who bought a bunch of wards to start the game off, and I'm not sure if he bought the courier or not actually, but yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic start for Orange, and yeah, this offensive tri lane will be off to a very, very good start. And that just got out of the Invis room, seeing what is up. And yes, now the lanes are going to settle in. Let's see who's mid. I'm kind of curious about this. So it'll be Queen of Pain versus Puck, and this is a really even matchup, just with the power of Phase Shift. Once that pops into effect, you can dodge a lot of the nukes or Shadow Strikes from Queen of Pain. So it's going to come down to that control for Mushi, and you should certainly have that level of control against Queen of Pain. So it should be a very, very close lane here. And top lane, we're going to have the Brew versus Magnus solo matchup, and I don't know. I mean, Magnus, he would do better in this matchup, I think, if he had the opportunity to battle Crow. And Lena's actually going to pick up another very quick second kill onto Winter, just contesting the pulls and the stacks. So very well done there. And yeah, they're going to block this camp too. So very, very well done by Orange so far in this game, in this tri lane. But like I was saying up here, Magnus, if he can get the bottle Crow, he can spam his spells like nothing else. But Queen of Pain will need the bottle as well in mid. So see, and there's that Shadow Strike dodge I was talking about. Mushi gets to do that constantly, and the good thing about that is Phase Shift does not cost mana, so he can do that as often as he wants. Cooldown's pretty damn short, so that's very, very good for him if he can keep managing to do that. And yeah, Wang Wang, he shouldn't have the hardest time against Magnus. I mean, not Magnus, Brewmaster up here, but the dodge chance will be really annoying to deal with. The harass will be much harder to lay down. And yeah, Thunderclap, also a very annoying spell to deal with, but that's a fair bit of mana for that Brewmaster, whose pool is not very huge, 234, even a little bit smaller than Magnus's. And Magnus already has a small pool to start with, so. But yeah, so we're going to see a fair bit of spamming up here, and we'll see how much the Bottle Crow is dedicated to that top lane as well as the mid lane. It'll be very interesting to see. And ward block's already starting to go down. That's a sentry from dewarding, so no big worry there. But this sentry is here blocking this camp for now, and it will block the second spawn as well, so. Yeah, being able to contest those pulls, this offensive tri lane's off to a fantastic start already for Orange. Like I said, take a quick look at the last hits to see how Faceless is doing. Faceless is one last hit behind the Life Source, so that's not absolutely terrible. And Life Source is really good for contesting these last hits, and Lane finds himself pushed up here a bit with no ability to pull. But it is now dewarded with this sentry, so MUFC should be able to start these pulls up pretty soon, but they won't be able to get a stack for another couple of minutes, unfortunately, so. Not a good situation there for the tri-lane. And up top, Brewmaster, oh, sorry about that. Brewmaster kind of having his way with Magnus so far. 12 last hits to 7, so getting a little bit better of a lane, but once that Shockwave gets a couple more points in, it's a lot easier to harass with that, so we'll have to see how that goes. And, yeah, so other than that, how's mid doing? We have 9 last hits to 10, so mid's pretty even as well. Mushi already has his bottle, and FC bottle crowing already with that courier, not even yet flying, and the flying courier already on the map for Orange, which is actually really useful. It's not the hugest difference, but as far as bottle crowing both top and mid lane heroes go, really useful thing. And we're going to see a open wounds on the TFG, and the rage, so the Ice Path does nothing. TFG is going to go down here, and I mean, Ohio's not done yet. He's going to chase down this Jakiro. Light Striker Ray does go off. Winter's in a lot of trouble, and he's going to go down once again to the Dragon Slave, and right now Orange is absolutely crushing in this lane. Han, trash player, down to very little health. Tango's up a bit, but he needs to be really careful here lest Ohio dive him yet again, and his man is in a good spot, so he can time walk away if he really needs to, but his health is just so low, and he's not going to be able to contest these last hits at all. And yeah, you start to see this lane, 9 last hits now to 15 last hits, and top lane even more so, 20 to 12, and basically, with the exception of mid, I mean, Orange seems in control of this game, and Mushi's, he's even got a couple more last hits on FCFCs, so right now everything kind of going the way of Orange, and Han Trash Player is playing a dangerous game. Like I said, he does have that time walk, but I mean, if he gets a casual Light Strike Array, or if that Shadow Demon does come back, wards are in pretty good position, though, for our good friends of MUFC, so Shadow Demon won't be able to come in from the side and get an easy disruption on the Han Trash Player, who is just not, he has that poor man shield, not a whole lot more, as Ohio has got his boots, and he's working up towards, probably just, I wonder if he's going to go for treads first or not, or if he's just going to run for, you don't really go for a hand of minus, an offensive tri-lane, the power treads would be really useful in this situation, but we'll see what he goes for. And, I mean, Lena's got her boots already, and a magic stick, and, I mean, the supports on the side of MUFC, I mean, Rubik doesn't have boots, just has a couple clarities, some Siren Branches, and smoke, I mean, neither of the supports have boots. And where is Shadow Demon, actually? I'm curious what his money is at. Oh, Mushi going on to Queen of Pain, but not quite going to get anything out of it. Shadow Demon, I mean, both these supports have their boots. I mean, if you just take a look at the net worth for the two supports, I mean, look at the two supports from MUFC, just no money at all. And, yeah, that kind of tells the tale of this game so far, and also just, I mean, look at Lifestealer. I mean, the Brewmaster is ahead of the... Like, look how low the Faceless Void is. I mean, you need to farm better than that in this early start, I mean, or else your mid games... This is, like... The mid game's going to be awful for that Faceless Void. He'll be stuck farming. He can't really participate in team fights, but he'll need to keep his team in the game, it almost seems at this point. So, it's going to be a very hard mid game for Orange. I mean, not for Orange, for MUFC. Even though their, like, team fight lineup is absurd, they get all their spells off where they need to. If they can't, they're just going to be so far behind in farm that it'll be so much harder to take those fights properly. Pulls being disrupted here, even less money for MUFC. I mean, and yeah, I mean, the supports are just doing their job. Ice Path will catch out the Shadow Demon, and Dual Breath will go down as well, but Net should be perfectly fine. May have to use that Magic Stick, or maybe Fair in his salve or something, but he'll live. He won't die or anything, and he's just immediately support. Losing him wouldn't be a huge deal at this point. And yeah, and we're gonna see. Oh, the blink in. Not gonna work out. Puck is pretty low on health though. We'll go ahead and Illusory Orb up here, and Magnus comes down to help with the gank. And will they get it? Oh, Dream Coil might save him. Phase Shift, and we'll get the Invis Rune off. Well done by Moosh, using the Phase Shift and that bottled Invis Rune. Absolutely fantastically done to keep himself alive there, and that's Magnus' time lost, and Brewmaster continues to farm this top lane, is doing very, very well for himself. Has the highest last hits in the game, so he's dominated his lane entirely. And yeah, Magnus needed money as well. With the Faceless Void down, if Mag had gotten some money, that would help out a lot as well. Maybe a fast Blink Dagger to help those RPs out, but he's just not going to get that. And yeah, Brewmaster's his ult's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Not even level 6 on Han Trash Player yet. If you take a look at the hero levels at this point in time, I mean, Jakira's Winner's level 2. It's 6.5 minutes in the game, Winner's level 2. And the Lifesteal's only level 5 as well, but he's got money. Brewmaster's 7. And yeah, it's not looking too great. And I thought I heard disruption, but I did not. And yeah, I can sell back into this, and just the pull's been constantly disrupted. And look at these wards from Orange as well. I mean, they know where every hero is all the time with these dual wards. And like, you're not going to deward these areas. You have to kind of save that money to deward these camps. Han Trash Player forced to get some creeps from that jungle camp. And I'm going to see a couple auto attacks. Not going to do anything. Not going to go for the disruption or anything on him there. Would have been a dangerous place to engage him. And with Time Walk, it's still very, very strong. I don't think Faceless Void has been killed in this game quite yet. I mean, Time Walk's so hard to deal with, but he just has not been able to get the money that he needs. And I mean, the top 3 last hitting heroes on the map are all on the side of Orange, and that's, when all 3 of your cores are dominating this hard, it's hard to really be behind.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yep,
attack.
and Mushi's getting a fair bit of money as well. And we'll see if he goes for that Blink Dagger off the bat. Has 10k saved up. Doesn't have his boots yet though, so that'll probably come first for him. And does Winner have boots yet? No, he has an Iron Branch. And yeah, still no boots on either of the supports for MUFC. I mean, just Tranquil's up on Han Trash Player. And that poor man's shield, so he's got next to nothing, whereas Ohio has his phase boots, has a magic wand, has a bracer even, and he's doing quite well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Stolen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Some pressure being put on the top tower by the Brewmaster. Not going to go down, just a little bit of damage being taken. And the 2 sports are coming up here. There was a smoke up, but it's so hard to kill Puck. He's a very, very tough to gank hero. Bottles up, and the supports of AFC just seem to be wasting their time. He could just phase shift again if he needs to. Has the Dream Coil as well, so there's no way to kill him, and supports time being wasted. Winter is still level 2, time wasted, and he's actually still smoked up. Just wasn't able to do anything in that lane, and at the same man, that means Faceless Void can't farm right now because his supports are off. Hoff's gallivanting somewhere else, not getting anything done, and Ohio's just getting more and more farm. Has the recipe for drum, so he'll be going for more of a race car build on this Lifestealer. Just needs to get that Robe of the Magi to finish that up. And he's even his stash or anything? No, it is not. So, but he can pick that up. I don't think that item's not at the side shop, is it? So, we'll be able to pick it up there, but almost to that drum. Just even advertising it to the other team. That's what he wants to go for. But with that bracer, I mean, I think he kind of had to go for that. You don't normally get a casual bracer. Disruption Soul Catcher on a Han Trash Player. Not doing anything except force him back. And yeah, the Illusion's just going to bash him a little bit and then back off, so. But basically keeping Han Trash Player out of any area he could get any sort of farm in. And yeah, this is just not where MUFC wants to be at this point in time. Take a quick look at the net worth. Not a pretty sight for MUFC. Look at that Magnus being so low. It's just not good at all, obviously. And let's take a check on Mushi. Got his Null Talisman up, so help him lane a bit better. And Null Talisman up on FCFC as well, so nothing too surprising there. But Mushi has... I mean, they're farming pretty equally, to be honest. These 2 heroes. And the KOXY missed a kill bottom. And yep, there you go. Raged up Lifestealer plus Lena. We'll get the kill on the support Rubik, and not like he needed any more anything else to deal with. Ohio's just barely walking under the tower, bashing on a tower once. And yeah, I mean, they're coming off access to the tower. Complete control of this lane right now. And it looks like a lot of the heroes are roaming down. Where is that Mag? I thought he was around here somewhere. Maybe I was wrong about that. Oh, Han Trash Player in Ohio fighting it out down here. TP Erection will come in. And there's fight going up here as well, but I'm more curious now about down here. The Chronosphere used to escape. Where did Ohio go? He's invested in this creep, and there he is. And Queen of Pain does come down and get a kill onto net, but Lifesteal has not quite gotten involved, and he's actually going to get caught out a little bit here. Bash Lord will come in, Han Trash Player, and no Rage TP. Going to go ahead and keep trying to fight. There's really no support here for him. Oh, there's an RP, and that will kill him out. This was kind of a fight that MUFC needed to take. And yeah, at the end of the day, it is a 3-for-1 trade. Yep, that sounds about correct at the end. So, well, was it? I don't know if Orange got the kill in that fight or not, but anyway, that's what they needed to do. Lifestealer and Brew taken out, and that's absolutely what they needed. Did Han Trash Player get either of those kills? No, he did not. But he did get 2 assists, so that'll help him out just a bit. But not exactly the money he was quite looking for. But it is at least a start, and yeah, I mean, that just shows, like, the fights, MUFC has a team fight lineup. Like, they're not the most level, like, I mean, Magnus, level 1 RP is ridiculously useful in its own right, and so once you have that, you can take team fights. Ice Path is absurd. No Macro Pirate quite yet, because, I mean, it's still level 4 Jakiro, unfortunately, and Spell Steal is not even up on the board for Rubik. So he could steal something like Clap, he could steal Primal Split, he could steal Dream Coil, he could steal Waning Rift. He has a bunch of options. Even Soul Catcher would be tremendously useful, but yeah, they can team fight their way back into this game if Orange is not careful. And yeah, I mean, the good thing about RP is it goes through the Rage of Lifestealer, which is very important to consider. I mean, not a whole lot goes through Rage, but RP does. So, very, very important there, and that'll delay Lifestealer just a bit. Orange is smoked up, looking for a fight here. Not really gonna find it. I guess they're just expecting someone to be back here, but there must have been a TP out or something, because they're just wasting a lot of time kind of tooling around down there. Gonna go for this tier 1. It might go for a tier 1 for tier 1 trade. Yeah, MUFC is just up here in the top lane, and they might just go for that, but this tier 1 bottom is definitely gonna go down. There is a glyph up for Radiant, and they will use it, but this tower should go down regardless. The creeps are there bashing on it. We'll see if Lifesteal can get that last hit on it, and he will. So, well done there. And I don't think they get this tier 1 for tier 1 trade. I mean, there's a Brewmaster with Primal Split, so there's no way they could touch this tower right now. So, a tier 1 for free for Orange, and not even going to try and contest that is MUFC. So, hold on there. Well, Puck killed Queen of Pain somewhere in there. I did not even notice that. Just noticed that kill count went up there. I'm like, huh, something happened. But yep, I mean, 2 towers to none right now, and that's not what you'll see. And Wang will get a kill up here, and Brewmaster does actually get ganked. I guess he didn't get his, with Telekinesis and RP, was RP spent? Yes, it was, so he didn't get a split off. So that's a good little win for them there, and they might be able to take this tier 1 now, but the glyph is up if they want to try and react to this, or if they want to take the tier 2 instead and try to go for the trade, they might be able to do that, but there's a Faceless Void with Chronosphere down here, so that might be tough. But a lot of Orange is hanging out down here, so not a whole lot else they can do. It looks like they're just going to sack this top tower. They are going to burn the Fortify. Is there going to be a TP reaction? We do have Mushi coming up, and he'll be able to initiate. There is the TP reaction. It's Lifestealer coming in. Yeah, they can't really fight him face to face, so they're going to run for it. Especially with RP down, they can't really take that fight. And yeah, but Han Trash Player is getting a bit more room to farm with that tier 1 down bottom. I mean, just with the creeps closer to him this way, it's going to do a bit better. Has the first piece of that Battle Fury up, the Ring of Regen, so... Or the Ring of Hell, sorry. So, finally starting to get some items and a little bit better sustain, and he'll just be happy farming these creeps down here, but he has a lot of catch-up to do if you take a look at the net worth. Yeah, he's still pretty damn low. And, oh, we're going to have a 1-for-1 trade. No, that's just Magnus killing off the Shadow Demon. It's just support Shadow Demon. No, not too important. And looks like it should be a 1-for-0 trade. Mushi does blink in. Will he go for the coil here? Gonna pick out the Magnus with the Laguna Blade Puck combination. And will Mushi... what will he do anything here? Nope, not really. So, well, at the end of the day, it's 1-for-1 trade. Magnus for Shadow Demon, and that's not really worth for MUFC. Magnus, one of your main core heroes. You need him to basically get that money. And take a look at Magnus. He's basically trying to get towards that Blink Dagger, and that'll set him back quite a bit. Not having that money. And at the same time, Ohio just pushing down this top tower. And he is making a pretty good way towards his armlet. Has the Helm of Iron Will up. Gonna go ahead and open wounds FCFC. And FCFC does have Blink, so should be able to get out. There will be the clap as well. And yeah, this is dead. This is dead Queen of Pain. So good job by Brewmaster sneaking the back there. And that'll secure this tier 1 tower as well. Last hit will go to Ohio. And now all tier 1 towers are gone for MUFC. And yeah, I mean, they do have the late game carry advantage from Han Trash Player once Faceless Void does eventually get going, but he's had such a slow start, I don't know if they can actually keep up with this. Mushi going for the solo kill on Rubik, and he will snag it. And oh, the Illusion War out as well. So very well done, Mamushi. Phase shifting out as well, and very well done, securing a solo kill behind the tier 2 tower, behind enemy lines. Very well done by Mamushi. And Orange is just playing absurdly aggressive, and as they should. I mean, with Lifestealer and Brewmaster, they have the mid-game advantage right now with that head start that they have. Puck's an absolutely stellar teamfight hero as well. With Primal, combine that with Primal Split, it's absolutely absurd. And this Lifestealer's already had a very, very good start. He's fat. Gonna go ahead and open wings that Rubik Magnus. Sorry, Magnus does have RP, but does get silenced by Mushi, so he cannot use it. Laguna Blade as well will pick off Winter once again. Rubik will get thrown up by the bear, and he will die as well. So the tier 2s aren't even down, and Orange is taking fights underneath the tier 3, and that's kind of just showing you how aggressive this team is right now. It's absolutely this is Southeast Asian Dota. Go for kills all day, every day. So, and Orange is the pinnacle of Southeast Asian Dota. So, absolutely stellar to see this play, this aggressive play just work out so brilliantly, and they're executing magnificently. I mean, they haven't really had any major biffs, and they've just basically chained stuns so well. Even starting from that first blood, they chained the stun immediately, got that first blood, and from then they just have not stopped, getting every kill they need to, dominating their lanes, and just absolutely wrecking this game. And I feel like the kill count's close. It makes the game even look a bit closer than it is. It also does reflect that, I mean, Orange is not entirely going to run away with this game. I mean, this game is not over by any means. Orange is in a dominating position, but there's still a Faceless Void in their team. RP is still really good. Queen of Pain can still get really strong. But as it stands, Lifestealer has so much more money than everybody else in this game. And, I mean, Puck and Brewmaster aren't that far behind. But we can see Queen of Pain starting to catch up. Faceless Void starting to catch up. Once he gets his Battle Fury as well, he'll be able to do work. And right now he's got the Perseverance, so he's still got a good 2,600 gold to go to, including this 800 to go until he gets that Battle Fury up, so that's still quite a ways away. So, Magnus is going to actually kill Puck top lane. Was an RP spent? Yes, it was. So, RP Skewer might use a Shockwave as well, but he will get that kill on the Puck. That's a good start as well. And yeah, so basically any kill like that they can secure and try to edge their way back into this is going to be absolutely essential. Like, MUFC needs to play Nero perfectly to keep themselves in this game. KYXY is doing really, really well though. Has a Vitality booster up, has this Blink Dagger up, and yeah, he's doing very, very strong. Not Vitality booster, point booster. So he's just so strong as well, and he's starting to fall back a bit here. And there's a steal. What was stolen? A clap. Nope, Drunken Haze stolen by Rubik, so not the best spell, but certainly an annoyance. And bottom, Ohio is starting to pressure this tier 2 tower. Has the backing of Extinct as well.
Invisibility.
Actually, oh, look at Extinct. Extinct's playing really well, actually. 4 kills and 3 assists as well in this game. So, I mean, cannot say enough about Extinct support play right now. And Ohio continuing to push on this tower. Armlet's done, Drum's done. We have a Sange almost done as well, just waiting for that recipe, so another 400 gold or something, depending on how he wants to save her buyback or not. But yeah, he's very, very close to that Yasha as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And top tower, this tier 1 is getting pressured a bit, but I mean, the best thing I have here is really a tier 1 for tier 2 trade. You don't want to have that happen. This tier 2 almost certainly going down. The Glyph is still up, but I don't think they can defend this. Lifestealer is actually infested in this Puck as well, so they might look to take a fight here. And with that tier 2 down, I mean, Roshan's kind of Orange's for the taking. If you look at the vision on the map, let's see if we can take a look at this actually. So let's take a look at the fog for Dire. So this is Dire's vision. They can see everything except like this part of the map. They can see everything except this. And we'll take a quick look at the Radiant. I mean, they can't see any of this. Like, past this line, they've got nothing, and that's no good. And Brewmaster gonna go ahead and get a kill on TFG. They tried to actually gank him, it looks like, with just RP, and they had a couple heroes there, but they are not able to kill him. At the same time, Roche is being taken by Orange. So, yeah, basically losing to a Brewmaster when you have 3 heroes there in a fight. Not a good sign when the team is also taking Roche as well. And they're having a hard time kind of doing it right now. They don't have the most damage right now. I mean, Ohio's doing the best he can, and they will get this Roshan, and yeah, Ohio's gonna pick that up. And this team just became even scarier. Skullbasher is now done. Oh, that wasn't Sange he was picking up. It was Skullbasher. I'm an idiot. Whatever. Yeah. Sange is a belt of strength, not a javelin. I should have realized that. Foolish of me. But anyway, Skullbasher's done, and that makes him even stronger. That's a very, very strong mid-game item on Lifestealer. I mean, if it's like more of a lake, like a safe, like a more safe farming lifestealer, you go for like a hand of Midas, and you kind of skip the Skull Basher and go for higher level items. But in a situation like this where you're dominating the game, you kind of want to end it quickly before Faceless Void can go and get going. Skull Basher's a absolutely fantastic item to have. And he's just farming away. He's just living his life. And let's see what else is going on. FCFC is stuck up here in the jungle. He does not want to jump out in the path of this KYXY Brewmaster, and yeah, that's a lot of time being wasted up there. That's not farm, that's not money, that's not experience. He's getting nothing up there, so a bit sad to see him up there, but he knows he can't leave with this KYXY right there. So a bit rough there. And yeah, so looking a bit rough for our good friends at MUFC. I'll close that. Now, you guys can see the time there, but that's not really a big deal. None of you were cheating. None of you looked at the time. It's okay. And looks like are they gonna go for KYXY again? Will he has no. The ult is on cooldown, so they might be able to go for this. Skewer in. Will he RP to try and secure this kill? No, they're not even gonna try. Ice Path will catch as well. Macro Pyre, Shockwave. That is a lot of damage. KYXY should live through it. Does have Bottle Charge. It is able to wand up as well. And here's Mushi with the Silence. Going to Dream Coil and pick off the Queen of Pain. Winter will almost assuredly die as well. And yeah, Ohio's going to be like, oh, free money for me. Fantastic. And that'll segue absolutely perfectly into a push to this tier 2 tower. And yeah, I mean, Ohio still has the Aegis as well. So almost has 2k in the bank again. He's farming absolutely fantastically well. 10k, 10.5k. 22 minutes in the game, doing pretty darn well. And that offensive tri-lane obviously just served brilliantly. Han Trash player has his Battle Fury up. It looks like he only just finished it since he only has 400 gold in the bank right now. But so his farm will get a little bit better, but the problem is he has to farm himself out of a ridiculous hole right now. And until he gets that next item, Battle Fury is not the best team fight item, to be honest. I mean, the damage is good, and the regen's nice to have. It keeps that Chronosphere up. It allows you to time walk more often, but there are better damage items in this game, and he's a ways away from getting any of them. Tier 2 tower will go down, so that will fall. Looks like they're going to rotate and maybe go for this tier 2 mid. Puck will have a DD rune as well, so if they want to take a fight, this is the time. Han Trash player will TP in, and actually this could be a very dangerous spot for him if he gets chain stunned here. But no, good on farm here, but now he's exposed. And let's see, I mean, the support crew for Orange is kind of chilling out here in the jungle, waiting for their moment to strike. Mushi's over here. He's the main initiation, and Orange, what is their plan? What do they want to go for here? What are they waiting for? Mushi gonna go get an orb and basically force Han Trash player out of that mid area. Looks like Orange is gonna start to rotate supports in. Ohio is down here. Does have a TP, so can't TP mid to try and defend and help the fight if he needs to. But happy to farm contently as looks like MUFC's going for a bit of a chase. And we'll get the Chronosphere off. He will go for the Chronosphere. Lena will almost certainly die. Pretty good Sonic Wave. We'll only catch the 2 supports though. We'll be able to finish off Net. And Net is still alive somehow. Magnus chasing, but there's the Brewmaster ult. And Disruption does go off as well. Magnus should almost certainly die here to the Brewmaster Pandas. And where is Ohio? Here he comes. Here he comes. Queen of Pain, you are in a bad spot. RP is actually very, very good. He does catch almost all of Orange. Puck will go down, I think. No, he phase shifted out of it, and is he still alive here somewhere? Or did Puck go down? No, Puck did go down, but still a very, very good silence. Han Trash player is still alive. Ohio is still at half health, though. Gonna go ahead and, the bash on Han Trash player. Very, very clutch. Drunken Haze on Wang Wang. Wang Wang will go down to the infest damage from those creeps, so Ohio playing that very, very well. At the end of the day, Ohio gets a triple kill. There is a buyback immediately from Han Trash player. Wants to either farm. He's gonna go ahead and farm this bottom lane and try to make up a bit of this loss here. Winter almost certainly go down. Oh no, the TP out. Will he get in time? Yes, he will. So Winter will get out, but still 3 kills for Ohio, and he has 4.4k sitting in the bank right now. He could finish an Abyssal Blade right now if he wants to, and we'll see if he goes straight for that. Now he has a absurd amount of money, or if he goes for something else. Still has that Aegis, by the way. Has not had that Aegis burn. That's just how well his team fights have been going. And there's even a brilliant RP in there. They caught nearly everybody from Wang Wang, which was brilliantly done. But Mushi stayed alive as long as he could and got his silences off as well. Let's not belittle his team fight contribution there. And Ohio kind of came in late after a lot of the spells had been used. RP was used on him, but that was about all that he caught. And after that, he was able to clean up house with his absurd amounts of damage. And we'll see what they do now. The Aegis is still up, or has expired at this point. It's still up for how long? Aegis is actually about to expire in less than a minute. So May not want to go for a huge fight right now, especially with his mana so low, but there's the Arcane Boots, so maybe they will go for this tier 2 tower. And there's not a whole lot MUFC can do to stop this. I mean, Magnus is back alive, but RP is on cooldown. Only for another 10 seconds, so they might be able to take a fight, but not if, not with that damage. That's going to go down. Glyph is up if they want to use it, but will they even try? Ice Path will go down, and they'll just take the tower. So, no contest there, and that kind of shows you how MUFC feels about this game. They're basically have half the kills of their opponent. Ohio's going to go back and go ahead and start farming again. Actually going to go on a Han Trash player and gets the first strike bash. And the bash again, and is he just going to die down there? We'll time walk and go ahead and TP away, but nearly dies solo. Even with that escape, just the bash is landing there from Ohio, who does now have that Abyssal Blade. And yeah, so he's quite strong. Brewmaster will get a kill, and didn't even need Panic Split. Will get a kill. Lena gets a kill as well. So even without Ohio, they're still winning these fights pretty convincingly. So Orange is in commanding position in this game, and basically the next big team fight that's lost by MUFC, I expect him to tap out. Winter is a pretty smart player. He knows when he's done, so would not be surprised. Orange might wait for the next Roshan before going for a going to go and try and break high ground. That's just another 4 minutes or so. So that means the Aegis is Aegis is gone now, but Ohio is still just living his life, farming up a storm. And yeah, he's doing quite well. He now has a Crystallis done as well, so he will do absurd amounts of damage and have that crit chance. So he's basically unstoppable at this point, and Orange is winning team fights without him anyway. So that kind of tells the tale. And yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the networks. I mean, the supports aren't doing fantastically, but the 3 cores are just doing so damn well for Orange that it's absolutely absurd. KYXY has Ags and the Blink Dagger. Treads. Even Lena's got the 4-staff and Arcane Boots done already. And where is our other core? Mushi. Mushi's got an Ultimate Orb, Blink Dagger, and 2.5k in the bank. So, might be a Scythe of Eyes for Mushi. But I hardly think that matters. There's the Initiate for Mushi. Dream Coil will go off. It only really catches FCFC, and the Panda will get stuck there. And the Panda Clap is stolen by TFG, but he will not really have a chance to use that. Laguna Blade will secure that kill. Ohio runs in, but thinks better of it. Backs off a little bit. Macropyre burned down. And so they might go ahead and try to push this lane in a bit. And that Roshan is about 2 minutes left of that respawn. So let's say they want to go for that. Counter warding being done, and yeah, the vision for Orange is ridiculous at this point. This is the only ward MUFC has out on the map, and Orange's wards pretty much everywhere. Here comes another Initiate. Chronosphere will go off, and it does catch Mushi, but not that Lifestealer importantly enough. And bye-bye Queen of Pain, basically 3-shotted there. Han Trash player still alive. Magnus will skewer and RP, but that should not be enough. A couple more hits from Mushi. Does he have a blink up to go ahead and try to pursue this? But he will Illusory Orb up, it looks like. And nope, the blink from Magnus should keep him alive. So no kill from Mushi. But in the meantime, Ohio gets another kill onto Winter. And yeah, I mean, we have a godlike streak. Double kill for Ohio. And this game is still pretty much over. This tower should almost certainly fall. Han Trash player still alive, no Chronosphere though, so he really can't challenge this Lifestealer in any way. Abyssal Blade done, Crystallis done, 1.5k in the bank. Infest kills all those creeps, and he'll now bash down that tower with ease. With Rage, with Armlet. That is a dead tower. Oh, not right. I'm going to use Glyph, but I mean, they can't really challenge. His RP is down for 70 seconds. And, oh, there's a blink away. And Phase Shift dodging Skewer, very well done there. Mushi might die to Fade Bolt. No, did he Phase Shift or, oh, Illusory Orb out of there. Very well done. Getting that little jaunt off. And there's the stun on the Han Trash player, and he looks like he will go down. And with that is any chance they have a winning a fight now. And yeah, TFG might die in about 4 hits here if Ohio wants to keep chasing, but he won't. Gonna be blinked on the Queen of Pain, not gonna do a whole lot. Shikiro, Ice Path does not quite hit. That would have been nice. And with that Armlet toggle attempt there from Ohio, it might have done something there, but oh, there's the Rage up. Armlet, Wang Wang is dead as crap. And yeah, he's gone. Brewmaster ult, and they might push in for the kill here. I mean, it seems this fight's been going on forever. Rubik thrown up in the air, gets cycloned, gets rocked, and yeah, Brewmaster will kill him in a couple of seconds. So that's him down. And where did Lifestealer go? I lost track of him. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, he went back. He went back to base. He doesn't even need to fight. Brewmaster does it all by himself. And yeah, the FCFC will get out of here. Air Panic continuously cycloning Winter. Probably doesn't feel too good about that. But yeah, there's the GG from Winter, and he knows it is over. So absolutely fantastic offensive tri-lane play and just dominating the laning stage, and basically won the game here for Orange. They basically took laning stage, and basically before that team fight composition could get going for MUFC, Orange just took the game over completely and won a team fight of their own before those big time ults were really there for MUFC. I believe they'd take their first team fight, the first big 5-on-5 fight, or nearly that, before RP was even up for Magnus because he had such a weak laning stage. He started trying to roam because he was getting just outgunned by that Brewmaster. And yeah, it's just nothing could be done, and that's pretty much your game. So gonna go ahead and wait. Hopefully the disconnects happen pretty soon here because I like to try and leave it to get to the score screen here. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about. I don't know. I mean, Han Trash Player is usually a pretty damn solid carry as he gets absolutely wrecked there by the Chain Stuns and the Laguna Blade. But yeah, it's, I don't know. Poor Han Trash Player just had an impossible time in that bottom lane. Faceless Void takes a while to get going. Time Walk's a good escape, but if you can't, like, I mean, it helps you escape, it doesn't help you get last hits. If you're busy spending your time out of lane and your supports aren't getting mini farm, they're not getting items to help you out with, the supports getting picked off, they can't help you in lane, you're going to have a hard time as Faceless Void against such a strong tri-lane. I mean, absolutely phenomenal play there. I mean, the polls were constantly disrupted, and it was just clinical offense tri-lane play. Skewer into the Fountain will, looks like Ohio will go down here. Sad day. He can probably buy back if he wants to. Where's his buyback off? Doesn't matter. He's like, oh, I'm dead. Time to disconnect. Come on, disconnect. Why aren't you leaving? Please. I want to see the score screen. Come on, Han Trash Player, get out of here. Ay.
Double damage.
All right, well, I really want to wait for these disconnects. Oh, I don't have to. I'm watching a replay.
Dire's top tower is
Come on, leave the game.
Dire's top
Leave the
tower is under
game.
attack. Turn me over.
I'm done.
Leave the game.
Damn
Damn it, Han Trash Player, leave.
Dire's bottom tower. Dire's bottom tower.
All the commentators low to this point. All right, there's the disconnect
Dire's
from
bottom tower. Dire's bottom
Faceless
tower.
Void, and there you go. So score screen will pop up in a second here. And it'll take a look at the damage. Just an MUFC, not an MUFC romp, a total romp by Orange over MUFC, just from beginning to end, really. And that's why Orange is the premier team in Southeast Asian Dota. They've earned that title for a reason. And I'm just gonna get fucked and not see the score screen apparently. So let's see if I can bring that up somewhere else. Actually, I can just go through here. So yeah, there's your score screen. I'll look at the artificial way, but yeah, if you look at the XP per minute, that kind of just these numbers here tell the story. They're just like Faceless Void with 380 XP per minute, 326 gold per minute will not win you the game. Leicester it wasn't absurd numbers because he didn't get in the late game, wasn't able to farm absurdly fast, but just relative to his opponent, he out-farmed the crap out of him. And yeah, all the cores just did so darn well. Absolutely absurd play, very, very well done. So that was game number 1 of the series. So I might cast a second game as well. Maybe not tonight, but at some point. So keep an eye out for that. I will throw this up on my YouTube channel for the first time. Actually, I think this will be the first Dota cast I put up. So thank you all for watching, and if you like this, subscribe to my channel, and keep looking out for more Dota 2 casts. I'm going to start trying to throw more up here. And yeah, so thank you all once again for watching.